PlayStation dropped the mic yesterday with their showcase, and I for one am happy to say that I was not expecting anything as big as what we got, because holy crap did that not disappoint. Hey, what's up guys, Wes here, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to dive a bit deeper into the showcase with my review, and I also want to talk about some details that you might have missed. So my only expectation going into this event was that PlayStation would finally give us a God of War Ragnarok tease, and let me tell you, they did not disappoint with that either. But the part that caught me off guard the most was the Knights of the Old Republic remake reveal. First off, it's a console launch exclusive, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in this video, but also it's actually happening. We are getting a KOTOR remake. Oh, and Insomniac Games is once again showcasing that the PlayStation acquisition was the best thing to happen to their company, because they're currently developing every game possible. Not only did they show off the new Spider-Man 2, which has given us Venom, but they dropped a teaser for their new superhero game, Marvel's Wolverine. My only suggestion for Insomniac is they finally need to give us a sequel to one of my favorite Xbox games, Sunset Overdrive. Surely that's in development alongside Ratchet & Clank, Wolverine, and Spider-Man 2, right? Rockstar also showed up at the conference with a new trailer for GTA 5, expanded and enhanced. That is unfortunately delayed until March of 2022, so needless to say, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. And I'm guessing a delay of March of 2022 should push back GTA 6 by at least another couple of years, surely. Maybe at this point we will get GTA 6 in 2025 and a PC release in 2028, but enough of GTA 5. We finally got a release date for the upcoming Gran Turismo 7, and it is officially coming to PS5 and PS4 on March 4th, 2022. Gran Turismo 7 features a pretty extensive livery editor, scapes, legendary circuits, an insane collection of cars, an in-depth tuning system, as well as time and weather change simulations. It's safe to say that Gran Turismo 7 will live up to the hype of its name, and I for one cannot be more excited to play it next year. Some other notable games that were showcased yesterday are Forspoken from Square Enix, Rainbow Six Extraction from Ubisoft, Alan Wake Remastered that we covered on the last video, Ghostwire Tokyo, Deathloop once again, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, Vampire the Masquerade, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, which will be releasing on PS5 and PC, which is kind of a good change. But do you know what game didn't show up at the conference at all? Well, that is none other than Horizon Forbidden West, which is kind of shocking to me. Maybe with all of the controversy that they went through last week with the PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 upgrade fee, they probably decided it's better to leave it out of the showcase. Also, the fact that it's been in so many showcases and state of plays, they probably decided to leave it out of this one. But with the game releasing in early 2022, you would think that they would have had some sort of appearance at this showcase. Maybe they'll save it for an upcoming state of play, or just do a couple more trailers until launch. Now let's talk a bit more about Knights of the Old Republic remake. As excited as I am for the remake, it has some fans upset about the fact that it is a PlayStation 5 console launch exclusive. It definitely feels weird that KOTOR will not be releasing on Xbox at launch, but that is the reality of the platform war. If you're not preparing for PlayStation to be signing quite a few exclusivity deals, then you are going to be severely disappointed. At the end of the day, PlayStation is in the user acquisition game, and the only way that they will continue staying on top of the leaderboard, they need exclusive games. And furthermore, after Microsoft announced that Bethesda's entire lineup will not be releasing on platforms that don't have Game Pass, it really is in PlayStation's best interest to continue signing these exclusivity deals, even if they are just console launch exclusive. But hey, have no fear, if you have a PC, you will also be able to play KOTOR remake on launch as well, which is pretty awesome. Moving on, I'd like to chat a little bit more about God of War Ragnarok, as it has officially been confirmed Cory Barlog, the director that was lead for God of War 2018, is no longer the director. Now at first glance it's kind of alarming, but I feel that we are in good hands, as the director for the upcoming God of War Ragnarok is going to be Eric Williams. Now for those of you that are not aware, Eric Williams has a huge portfolio of video games he has worked on within the industry, more specifically God of War. Eric got his start working as a designer and lead designer for Marvel X-Men and X-Men Next Dimension. He then worked on design and the combat systems for the first two God of War games. He has a long history of supporting and consulting for every God of War game in the franchise, but God of War Ragnarok will be the first time he has directed a video game. One thing that I'll say to you, Eric, is you have some big shoes to fill. Now obviously I would have liked Cory to be the director of God of War Ragnarok, but I think this new director will be a net positive for the game, especially from somebody that has a history of working on God of War games. The combat of God of War 2018 wasn't my favorite aspect of the game, so maybe Eric will improve on that front. From the gameplay trailer we saw, it looks like they're going to be taking the combat and gameplay to the next level, which is very exciting. Shifting focus to Spider-Man Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac, it will feature a stellar cast of Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and the one and only Venom, who is actually being voiced by Tony Todd. For some reason, fans are kind of bummed that it will only be a single player experience, but I would hope it would be similar to what we got with Spider-Man 1, and maybe even a game like GTA where you could switch characters on the fly from Peter Parker to Miles Morales and maybe even Venom. What Spider-Man 2 will not have is a cooperative aspect. This is according to Ryan Schneider from the PlayStation blog. He said, and I quote, "We're so thrilled to continue the journey of both Peter Parker and Miles Morales in their most epic single player adventure yet, coming exclusively to the PlayStation 5 console in 2023. So not only does this confirm it is single player only, but it will also not be releasing on the PS4, which honestly is no surprise." Now for my review of the event, overall I think the PlayStation Showcase started off very strong with the Knights of the Old Republic remake, but it eventually tapered off and got a little bit boring until they showcased Marvel's Wolverine, and then they just gave us banger after banger until the end of the showcase. Was it Sony's best conference ever? Probably not, but was it the best we've seen since the PlayStation 5 was announced? In my opinion, yes. It feels like they kind of coasted with the launch of the PlayStation 5, and now they're turning it up to another level and firing on all cylinders. But with all of those announcements, there's one thing to consider, and that is the release dates are pretty far out. I would have preferred them to showcase games that are releasing this year, but with the global situation, I can understand that it's not really feasible. For instance, Knights of the Old Republic remake does not have a release date. Spider-Man 2 releases in 2023, Marvel's Wolverine does not have a release date, and God of War Ragnarok also does not have a release date. Either way, the hype is real for the PS5 and the future looks very bright. But hey, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. If you guys enjoyed the PlayStation Showcase and you're hyped about all of the new games coming out, let me know in the comment section. And if you guys want more videos like this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel with your notifications on, and don't forget to check back on the channel daily for all of your latest gaming news on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, and PC. This has been Wes, and I will talk to you on the next video.